Howdy, y'all. It's good seeing you. Hello, Pink da Puntia. Puntia. I don't know how to pronounce that, but hopefully I got it right. But I am back. I took a mini week break. I'm feeling better. Mm. So we're getting ready here. I need to clean my palette. You know how I don't like cleaning palettes. I hate cleaning palettes. Thanks for joining me today. So if you're watching this on VOD or on my YouTube channel later on, apologies. You don't have music right now. And that's on purpose due to Twitch DCMA issues. So I'm using Twitch sound elements, which remove the layer of music. So that's another reason to come and watch me live. Anyways, for the people who are here, we are going to paint some landscape today for Linus's tent area. Or we might be making the tent today. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to attempt the back plate. I should have prepped this. Greetings from Spain. Oh, hello from Spain. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. I love that there's so many different types of different things that come on the stream, like different people that come on the stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. So let's get ready to paint. Let's go for some different music. Let's get some. I do like this. Alright, we're gonna go for some chill songs. We're gonna go straight to chill. We might switch it up a little bit. Wait, no, I wanted lo-fi hip-hop. Where's my lo-fi? There we go. Is lo-fi no longer a thing? There we go. There we go. Alright, so we are going to paint today. So let me get my mouse, my lovely mouse out of the way. And let me go ahead and get some paintbrushes. And where is my water bucket? I'm not as organized today. Water bucket. All right. So, let's go ahead and get the grass done. How are y'all doing today? You hanging in there? Because I surely am. Getting over sinus issues. I feel a whole lot better. I just had a lot of pressure up in my upper cheeks, like my back teeth. It's just no. Okay, let's make brown paint. Because you know me, I still haven't gotten brown paint. Have I got brown? Ooh, have not. Should I have? Yeah, it's been long enough that it's no longer an excuse. It's a little bit darker than I want. There we go. All right. We're going to get these areas back in. And we don't really have to worry too much about this because we are going to put brown soil on it. I just want to make sure that the base color is nice and brown. We're going to go in and put in some rocks and all that. This is just the base color. I don't need it to be perfect since we're going to be recovering this with the this type of stuff. So this is going to go on there, and this is just a base color so that it doesn't look like vacant underneath. But we're also going to use this on the walls here. So I painted this black last night for a reason. So that it has a primer on it. Everything starts with the same levels. If I would have painted it brown, then the darker bits, like the black, has some shadows. The primer I use is a combination of paint, water, and Mod Podge or Elmer's glue. Some sort of adhesive glue, like craft, like school glue, anything like that. I typically have it pretty watery, and it's like a ratio of like a 3 parts water, 1 part paint, 1 part paste or glue. And that typically does a good job. If I was really good about it, I'd buy specialty primer, but this does well enough for me. The foam that I use is actually, it's green in color, and it's XPS foam. It's meant for like housing insulation, but a lot of people who do scale builds use it. I'm rather new to this. Like this is my fourth build that I've done ever. So I'm just getting used to it, but don't spray paint this stuff because it will melt. It just, whatever chemicals are in spray paint just doesn't work with this, unfortunately. If you don't prime it, and it just soaks up a lot of paint, so you use more paint than you actually would want. But it also, if you want the finish to look shiny and you're using gloss paint, it actually will remove that gloss paint and make it look matte. So it could work for your favor if you want it that way. I need to mix up more color. I need to just buy some brown paints from the store, but this will just work. In the meantime, we'll just make our own brown. Brown is one of the easiest colors to make with paint. The problem is to match it. Yeah, that's close enough. This is going to be a rock wall anyways. There's going to be different colors. I just want to make sure I get all the nooks and crannies filled. Because that green color will pop out, and I do see some green colors in here. So we're just putting the base on right now. That's a little too bright. I need more red. One of the best ways of making brown paint, if you're not familiar with color theory, is you mix the complementary colors together. So complementary colors are colors opposite of the color wheel, and they complement each other, so they really stand out if you look at them like side by side. So blue and orange, red and green, purple and yellow. If you mix any two of those together, that's complementary colors, it will make a brown. And then you can like change the color a little bit. Like if you want it more yellow, you add yellow, but not too much. But the main color you can get brown is just mixing the complementary colors together. I typically prefer mixing red and green together, but if I want a cooler brown, I'll do the blue and orange color. That gives a nice color. See some green there. So we're just putting the base brown color on, and I'll come back with highlights and lowlights in a little bit after I get everything all browned up. Let me just add some water to this. It's not going as far as I wanted. My paint's a little thick today. One of the other things, so we're going to be doing Linus's tent area, but on the back here, I don't want it just to be plain. I'm going to put the Stardew Valley logo here, like the opening scene with the hills and like the plank sign. So we're also going to attempt that today. We'll see. Some days I feel like painting, some days I don't. I'm kind of at the whim of what my brain wants to do today. Oh, we got some yellow in that one. That's okay. Well, we do need to build elements for this. So I haven't built the elements for this yet. So obviously I need the tent. Bushes are easy. The tree will need to do the trunk. We've got a campfire and a couple of barrels here. Or like sitting boxes, like shipping boxes to build. And I'm going to do like the little teleport statue here. I need to mix more. Mix more than what you think you'll need. The other interesting thing about mixing your own brown colors, paints, is that you can use different shades of the complementary colors together. So if you do like a darker green, you can use a brighter red. Like just play around with it. It gets, sometimes it gets really, it's just, I love mixing color. What? No, I used it all. You can mix honey and sugar together. That wildflower honey is really nice. Scooch this over a little bit. Oh, well, it doesn't do to move my palette over there. All right. Ooh, I got some of the pebbles coming off. So this texture that I'm painting is just the XPS foam that I cut off and made jagged, and then I hot glued and repressed on some jagged bits. So there's some bits that are just carved foam, and then some bits that are reattached carved foam with hot glue. And if you stick around here long enough, you'll know that I am a hot glue fiend. I love hot glue. Hot glue is my favorite tool to use. I try and use it whenever I can. It is the best thing that was ever invented. And no, I'm not sponsored by hot glue. I wish I was. Ultimate sponsor, hot glue. Hot glue sponsorship would be amazing. Okay, just a little bit more red. Come on, just a little, just one more. Oh, this red is on its last legs. There's glue globs. It's old paint. Paint globs, I guess. Alright, just a little bit more brown, please. Just a smidge more brown. There we go. Alright, so we're also going to, we're going to add in those pebble features, but we're also going to use some usage of darks and lights to bring forward and push back some of these elements, because I don't want this to be super thick, so I'm going to use some darker elements to send it back. So this area right here is carved in, but to make it appear more pushed back, I am going to darken it a little bit more than the other areas. In the other areas, I'll use a lighter color to bring it forward. So it's going to use lighting as a way of kind of pseudo you know what time it is? This is finger paint time. I love this time. Do not be afraid of getting in and using your fingers to just blend in. Jeez. I love finger painting time, especially for rock textures. It's just really nice to use. Finger painting is not just for kids. It's for adults too. Mm. Finger painting time. I typically finger paint all of the rock type of like bricks, roofs. I love finger painting. Just makes it so much easier. So you can like really kind of feel where the highlights are. I can go a lot more sensitive on the like how deep down is going. So it looks like I got some really good highlights, but I got too much highlights, so I'm going to go in and tone them down just a little bit just by smearing them into the existing wet paint, and that will help tone it down just a little bit. So I got too much highlight, and I've got some bits that are wanting to pop off. I want some darker areas in here. So where it's harder to get my finger in on the where the darker areas go that I accidentally covered up with highlight, I will go back in with my paintbrush. So now that looks a lot deeper than it actually is. It's kind of washing out on the camera here. It's a lot more saturated in person. But we're doing good. We're doing good. Let's see here. Let me rub all the dry bits off. It's time for an iced coffee. Iced coffee time. Yeah. It's good. Good iced coffee. All right. So let's go in and I think there needs to be some highlights here. Sorry if my camera just like shudders. I've got it attached to the wall. Every now and then, if there's someone going up the stairs outside, the camera will think that I'm trying to adjust the horizontal versus vertical setting, and it'll try to change it. So if you see those shifts, sorry. Oh, the perks of living in an apartment. Thankfully not a townhouse, though. I only have to share a roof and one side of my wall. And that side of my wall is like the bathroom and the kitchen, so it's not really even where I am most of the days, so it's not too bad. I actually don't mind living in this apartment. This is the best apartment that I've lived in a long time. I've had some doozies. I've actually been in this apartment for going on 7 years. It's a long time. It's been so long that I actually have my driver's license set at this instead of like my permanent home address, which is my parents' place. But you know, I'm a typical elder millennial, never buying a house because I like my landlord having to pay for all the roofing expenses. Okay, I'm just gonna paint this. If you haven't seen it, obviously, if you haven't checked in on the stream, and you've found me via Instagram, keep an eye out on my Instagram later today. I will be posting the official photos of the community center. I finished it up last night for, I had to do some minor adjustments to the edging. Excuse you. Please ignore Josh. Oh my. But it should be pretty good. Excited to do the photos today, and then I'll go in and edit the background so it looks like it's in a white void. But the photos itself, like the image itself, won't be modified. Alright, just a little bit more shading, highlighting on these rocks, and then we'll get going on the other stuff. So if you're bored of this, I'm sorry. The stream brought to you by Pepsi. Or Josh is brought to you by Pepsi. You can kind of see here where there's like straight lines. If you look closely here, you can see where I've put in layers of this foam. When we put in the rock um, particulates, I guess, rock pieces, it's cork, really. The cork pieces, it will hide that a little bit more. So my goal is to get... Okay, my goal today is getting the like cork pieces and grass on so that we can start placing and building our elements on here. So with that, I need to wash my brush.
I made that fish terrible.
What?
I had a good idea, but executed poorly on that lunch.
Oh, your fish was bad?
Oh, no, it was fine. I tried to make it like a...
Excuse me. Hold on. Ooh, excuse me, I had a little bit sneezing. Okay, so we're going to do the grass here. And like this brown, or I'm not going to worry too much about it just because we're going to put the particulates over top of it. So it's going to be fine. Ooh. There's something in my nose that wants to come out. Right. Alright, so we just got this grass down and the paint is still wet. What I'm going to do is actually get this up here and actually just spread the stuff on it while the paint is on, so I don't have to waste any glue. The paint is going to grab onto it. I just make sure this is nice and there we go. Alright, so the grass that we use is called static grass and it's used for dioramas. And it's kind of just like it's it's just little shavings of thread. And it feels like felt almost. So this stuff is very messy. Typically this is just used for basing miniatures. Like 3.5 miniatures. I do have two different colors. This is actually a mix of both of them together, a darker and a lighter. But this is going to give it a nice grass texture. We do need to wait for this to dry. So I figured while we wait for it to dry, we can work on making the other elements like the tent, the tree, the fireplace, all that sort of fun stuff. And wait for this to dry. I'm just layering this on like glitter, and then once it's dried, we'll shake off all the excess, save the excess because this stuff is expensive. And then we can apply more layers if we need, if it's not as dense. Typically I do like 2 or 3 layers in certain areas. I would like to eventually be able to get like longer pieces of cut threads, so that I can have long grass, short grass, all that sort of stuff, but I just haven't bought it yet. Alright. We get right up in those, right up in the hills there. Just pat everything down. And there we go. Alright, hold on a second while I blow my nose, because I'm gonna be sniffling. Sorry. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, fun glitter. Alright, so we are going to sit this over here. I'm going to let this dry. I'm not going to do the pebbles just yet, because I don't want to mix the grass and the pebbles together, because that would be a pain to get it apart, because I do save this, the excess. So, separate. Alright. So now, we need to think about making the actual elements. So let me work on let's think about this for a second. Let me get iced coffee break. Move my paint. I have lovely balsa wood. So that's what we'll make the little boxes out of. So if you can see, let me zoom in on this picture here. My picture. There's a little seating area. So we'll go ahead and make 2 of those and make the campfire. So the campfire has, it's like stones around it, so that'll be pretty easy. Alright. I get my lovely and favorite hot glue gun. My wireless hot glue gun. We'll start heating that up. And let me grab my X-Acto knife. So it's going to be rather small. So since I'm so new to scale modeling, I actually don't know how to scale model from a video game reference. I get it whenever you're building like actual things that you know the measurements of, but since this is a video game, I don't really know how to tell what is scale and what isn't. So I've just been going off of look. I know eventually I will try and make it like one of these days I'll do a scale model. It ain't gonna be today. So we are going to make these little tiny sticks and then hot glue them together. That's how I'm going to make it. Typically with these builds, I try to add some like non-canon lore. So like for the hat mouse, I put nuclear waste barrels from Joja Mart to say that's the reason why the hat mouse was mutated and large. So I had like little tiny nuclear barrels with Joja Mart on it pouring out on the side. I don't have too much lore to add, like my lore to this. So this is going to be a pretty straightforward build. It's definitely a quicker build. Like I haven't gotten to the paint and grass part this quickly. Like this is the second stream for this. So it's kind of crazy how fast it's going. But that's good, right? That's good. All right. So because I love hot glue, we're going to hot glue these together. And I must remind myself the hot glue is hot. And who knows, I might absolutely hate this and redo it. But it's going to be 3 by 3. We're going to make it look like little timbers, like firewood stacked up. That Linus uses as seats instead of a shipping box. If I don't like that, we'll make a shipping box and mark it Joja. But this is going to be timberwood. Might be too tall. Oops. All right. So we got a 3 by 3 balsa wood square here. That is too big. I can already tell it's too big. So we can either shave this down after or take it apart now. I think we will shave it down. Nope, we're taking it apart. 2 by 2. How about 2 by 2? Is 2 by 2 good? 2 by 2 is good. All right. Fiddly, 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 fiddly. So We will paint this. Hot glue is hot. Hot glue is hot. Hot, 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 hot. See, I didn't remind myself. Oh god, that's a gummy mess. That's a gummy mess. Hold on a second. I need to remind myself. Oh, hot glue is hot. Thank you. Thank you, Nightbot. Thank you for reminding me. Hot glue is hot. Oh my god. I'm so gummy right now. Don't look at me. So gummy. Alright. So do not worry about the hot glue that you see. Yes. Very good. Very, very, very good. Perfect. That's how I planned it. It's all within the plans. Alright, we will paint these. We'll paint these to look like firewood. Do I want to do that now? Sure, I do have brown left over. Alright. Do I have brown? Why is this not? Alright. And we will put details on this, right? Not at this moment. We're going to have a dark bark outside and a creamy center. Let that dry. Nice buttery creamy center. Alright. While we're waiting on that to dry, let's go ahead and... How am I going to do the fire? We'll do the fire later. I have an idea. The tent. What do I want to make the tent out of? Fabric, probably. Alright, let's just hold our horses on that. I need to get a piece of aluminum foil, so apologies if the camera goes wonky. This is on my pegboard. Where... Alright. Oh. That didn't hold up very well. I hung that up on my pegboard and it did not work. Surprise, surprise. Alright. I'm going to tilt this like this, and so that I can see this and you can see this, I need something to hold this up. Something to rest this on. Okay, there's that. And then I am going to put my hot glue gun base here so that it does not move backwards. So I can paint. But I will need these paints. Shoot. Of course I will. Alright. Let's go ahead and just put in more green. I'm going to definitely need this green. Let's just put a whole bunch of it. I'm going to definitely need this yellow. Alright. Let me get my reference photo up. Let me change that to... This is what we'll be painting. Alright. So I want to lay this out. I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to 3D print the Stardew Valley. I'm going to model it in 3D print a plaque so that it's stand out. I'm just going to paint the background today. So the blue skies, the green hills, and the two birds. That's what we're painting today. I need to 3D model the build, and we might do that. Depends on how far along we get in the build. I might do that on stream. So if you're interested in that, and then obviously this. So let me draw it out here. So I'm not going to worry about this area, right? And then there's hills. There, and then bird, bird. Okay. All right. Let's get this show on the road. I need a blue. A very lovely blue. Let's go ahead and do the blue background. And we will need a couple of passes. So it's very opaque. So the reason why I'm 3D painting the billboard, I guess, we'll call it a billboard, is anytime I do that type of stuff, I like it to be very precise, especially with the lettering. It's so iconic that I don't want to mess it up with me painting it wrong. Plus, I feel like it would give a little bit of depth to it to make it really pop up and out of the thing, so it's not like looking set in. So it is lighter down here, so we are just going to Bob Ross it here. We're Bob Rossing it today. We are using acrylics and not oil paint, which works in our favor actually, because we can blend a lot easier than Bob Ross. Or like we have a longer, no, we have a shorter time. Never mind, it does not work in our favor. Bob Ross has a huge amount of time for the paint to dry. Acrylics dry a lot faster. So let's just go ahead and get this nice and blend it up here. Just add more and more blue to it. I do kind of want to get my big brush up, out. Just do like a swipe. We'll add in the clouds later. Yeah, that looks okay. Let me get my brush. My big brush. My big old bristle brush. My blending brush. Alright. So it was completely dry first. We've wetted it, wiped off the excess, so this shouldn't pick up too much paint. So what we're doing here is just blending it. So it's a lot smoother. There we go. Smoother transition. I do want to add more white to the bottom though. Got a little bit too blended out there. And sometimes you just need to let this sit. I should have let this sit. It's the beauty of painting. You just always go back over it. I should have just let it be. Overworking the canvas. That's me. Hello, my name's Kate, and I like to overwork my damn canvas. This is a hot mess right now. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Stop touching your canvas. Let it be. God damn. Listen to yourself, Kate. Listen to yourself. You talking to yourself again. You need to let this shit be. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, chat. I just want to blend this one area. Just want to blend. I blended so much that it all looks the same color. Let it be. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm stopping. No, I'm not. I'm stopping now. I'm stopping now. Okay. I stopped. We gotta let that dry. We gotta let that dry. let that air dry. We're gonna let it dry by heat gun drying. Heat gun drying. Alright, so I got most of it dried. There's still some bits that are not. Now I need to be very careful with this horizon. So it is like a darker green horizon. It's almost like a bluish green. I think Bob Laros likes to call that fallow green. It has like that fallow blue. So we're gonna add a little bit of that dark, kind of almost like make an emerald green out of it. He's gonna look real nice. Real nasty here. Alright. So I'm gonna start with that peak. Looks like there's some blue. So we are just putting in the peaks and valley. I'm not going to worry about which mountain's in front of what. Um, we're just getting the horizon right now. There we go. All right. Alright, so the background goes first. Like the very back hills go first. I'm just getting all this green so it's easier. Like I don't have to do multiple. This green is kind of opaque a little. Sorry about that. So we can get this nice and green down here so that we don't have to do like multiple passes. Let's try and get this blended as well as possible with this like medium green color. Alright, let's wash the brush. Not as satisfying as Bob Ross's washing the brush, but just as good. Just as good. Alright. I don't like this. This is hot glue. Go away, hot glue. Foreign bodies inside the paint. Alright. So let's get the hot heat gun out. It's amazing how fast this dries with a heat gun. Like, this is completely dry now. It's crazy. Alright, so let's really get into these dark places. I'm going to need to increase the size of this. Let's start on this side. So the last hill that I did, okay. light source is coming from this side. Maybe I don't need this to be that big. All right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is gonna be fun. Fun, fun, fun. You having fun, chat? I am having fun. This is way too watery. Watery. Okay, we're gonna water this edges here so that it blends better. Since acrylic is water-based, you can wet it down and make it more opaque. Fun story. Oh gosh, where's my reference? The question is, do I go off of exact reference or do I just make it look like it? Ideally, I do exact, right? I don't have this canvas proportioned right, or at least the back of this model proportioned right. So it's not like it's gonna be easy to go off of. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go with what looks good. I'm not gonna worry about getting it exact because I probably won't be able to get it exact. And that's, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Can I live with that? Of course
Sure.
I can live with that.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Asking, I'm just not sure.
You're not sure? Well, to be honest, I'm not sure either. We can try. We can try, right? I'll try my hardest. Ooh, Ooh, that doesn't look right. Damn it. I'm not going to be able to do it, am I? I'm not going to be able to be okay with this. I know me. Gosh. I'm going to be worrying about this the entire time, and nobody's going to give a damn. Except for me. Alright, so there is a very bright mountain. This is a very bright mountain. What are you laughing about over there, Chuckles?
My tiny, my giant nerdy boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
There's one called Stubbs, and both Stubbs are tall. I just think it's all God, think how we got off the back. He spiraled down into it. He just didn't pull out.
Darks and lights, Kate. What? That's my chocolate. He's eating my chocolate, chat.
It's not moved.
Where'd you put it?
It's on top of the fridge all the time.
You know I can't see on top of the fridge.
It's right there in the corner.
I can't see on top of the fridge. You think I'm full of shit?
You're bullshit.
I'm full of shit. Well, depending on what part of the day, you might be right.
I think right now.
No, not right now. I mean, 95% of the time, you're probably right.
95% of the time, 100% of the time.
Nope, that's a dark area. This right here is the dark area. Oh god, chat, this is so hard. Oh lordy, loady.
The bad thing about sending, like, when I send out my update emails, adding the wrong attachment.
Really?
About for a second.
Might be a little petty.
Well, no, I was thinking of just doing it fun. Like, aha, I got you.
And then you'd be disappointed because nobody would catch it.
No, that's kind of why I want to do it. It's not so much I want to cause them trouble when they do it. I just want to see if they actually. Ooh, some of my shitty art smut Amazon authors have got books out.
I hear there's a new Brandon Sanderson book out.
I'm behind on this stuff.
He's got a 4th book out on one of the series.
I think Patrick Ross is talking about something. Like, stop! It's too much. Like, just completely puts out another world or another magic system. Just creates it, and sends it off, and it's like, damn it, Brandon!
Stop making us look bad. Oh. Definitely didn't need all this green. Damn. I think I'm losing it down here. It's okay. I'll get some highlights in there. Alright, so now down here, there's kind of like it's like a forest down here. So I kind of want to make this oh, my arm is going to sleep. My arm is going to sleep, you know? Ya know, ya know, ya know. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm happy with this. All right. Oh my goodness. It's looking good. We just need to add in the dark spots here. And then the clouds. And then we should be good, except for the black. This is going along really well. So let me just go ahead and get some dark black here. Dark black. All black is dark black. Iced coffee time. Perfect. Beautiful. Let's get some. Let's get the hot gun out. All right. Beautiful bean footage. All right. Let's go ahead and paint some of those dark areas. All right. I am actually going to zoom in on this one now. Okay. So we're going to paint that bit. just making like a gray. I don't like that. Let's get a dark green in here. Let's see here. Grass green. The grass green would be fine. Just a little bit of dark grass green. Yeah, that's a nice dark green here. All right. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh God, I'm gonna toot my own damn horn. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, now this side. Now this, and now this. All right. I don't know what this like. So the song that's playing right now is so jangly. I don't even know what's going on. Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am in love with this. Yes, I am in love with this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. I'm going to let this dry. It's all about layers. This is why I like acrylics more than oil, because I can let this dry and then it won't move. If you use oils, you have to wait like 2 weeks for it to dry and then you can go again. Otherwise, you can just move everything. And if that's your style of painting, that's great. But for me, I like to call it like set. Done, set. Alright, now we need to do some leaves, twigs. I do have just a smidge of actual brown here. this very barest smidge of actual brown that we will use. And then I need a very nice liner brush. There we go. Very nice liner brush indeed. Alright, that's the leaves on the branches on that end. And then we'll need branches over here. Branches over here. Alright, now let's get some of this green back. Let's see here. This lovely dark green. I want to add just a blue to it. Make it just a tad bit lighter. And then we are going to go in and add some leaves here. This needs to be darker, actually. Guess what? I have a package. So the leaves are starting to get a little gummy. Right. And then we're going to add a little bit of a blue tint. Perfect. Okay, we're stopping here. I need to do the clouds, and then we're done with the back painting. Look at this. This is so good. All right. So let's shrink this back down. So now all we need to do is the clouds. Save the best for last, right? Should have done the clouds before the hills. But it's too late now. Are we going to do the birds? Let's do the birds. Like, let's get the sign up and see if I want to do the birds. All right. Let's get this to dry, just in case I touch it. All right. This is looking so good. Oh, I love it. Just gonna toot my own horn. Ba ba da ba. Toot my own horn. All right. Now for this, I'm actually going to use a very watered down solution. We're going to use a very watered down version of the white. Right, so I've got some paint water here. Maybe I should use fresh water. Okay. So this is a very, 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 very watered down white. So if I put this on my skin, you see it's very past, like opaque. And that's what we want out of the clouds. So there's a cloud here. He's fluffy. He's a fluffy little cloud here. He just kind of like fades off into the distance here. I want this to be very, 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 very low opacity here so that I can build up layers. Gotta love the goat song. Yeah. All right, that's the end of that soundtrack. Let's switch to. What do we want to listen to? Let's go to chill. Chill, please sounds. Here we go. All right, and then there's one over here. Oh, I love this back piece. This is gonna make this build even better. I love it. Going so well. So after we're done painting this, we'll go back, flip it around, and start working on the rocky bits of Linus's area. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then there's a cloud here. Just kind of like floats here. I don't think I'm gonna do the 3D print stream, like the design of the Stardew Valley logo on stream. Just because we're already 2 hours into the stream. If we were like at the 1 hour mark, I'd totally do it, but that takes a little bit, and I only stream for about 3 hours every time I stream, just because I'm a weenie. And then there's a cloud here. Let's get the more opaque bit. The less opaque bit. And that goes into the sign. And it doesn't look like there's any other. Doesn't look like there's any other clouds. This doesn't have to be super exact. It's just we were talking about the hills. I mean, I think the hills turned out pretty good. Yes! Okay, we're done. Look at that back piece. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this masterpiece. Straight up masterpiece. I'm very proud of this. Alright, let's dust off our grass. Our extra grass. Alright. There we go. There we go, baby. Oh, we missed some spots here and there, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and put some. Let's fold this up. And put it back into its container. We are going to do another layer of that, so do not worry. I want to do the layer of stone now, though. Use quite a bit of that there. All right. So I don't want to lay this on its back yet because this is not dry. Let's go ahead and prop this up here. And let's get the tiny stones and big stones out. And I am going to get a water to Mod Podge ratio. Get my Mod Podge out here. Mod Podge. Get some water in this. Or my water cup here. We'll just use paint water. That'll be okay. Alright, so we got some water in there. And we are going to open our Mod Podge up. And I would like to apply it using a brush. Let's clean our brushes. Brushes. Okay. Then I'm going to use this wide brush here to add in some Mod Podge. It's got a thicker. I need more water in that. Added too much Mod Podge. Alright, so we have a Mod Podge and water mix. Mod Podge dries clear. So we are going to go into this grass. I'm going to go around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Alright. Let's actually put this down. And we'll go ahead and place some of the bigger chunks back there. We don't want a lot of big chunks. We'll have a couple up here. Bigger chunks don't really stick that well, but the smaller ones stick really nice. Sorry, they stick really nice. Alright. Alright, so now that we've placed this down, we're going to do something a little bit different than what we did for the grass. We left the grass alone. But for this, I really want to go back over here and just kind of saturate, like, not really brush, just kind of drip in places where I want more of this to, like, pop up. So this is areas that I'm going to go ahead and put grass down again. Or areas where I really want those big chunks to really kind of land. Now, if I had spray adhesive, that's where this would be great. I don't have spray adhesive, so this is next best thing. All right. So we are going to, let me grab this other one here and prop this up. We're going to go back with that grass and put in some dollops here. I don't want to overpower it, but I do want some bits to stay. I'm just kind of pinching a bit and just tapping it in those areas so that it has the opportunity to stick. I'm not just dolloping it on. That way we can have some sort of like both pieces, like both areas for the grass and the dirt can like really stick. So it doesn't look so like grass, dirt, grass, dirt. I don't know if that makes sense. And we can tweak this as we go, you know. We're going to see. There's going to be areas where it's patchy. There's going to be areas where it's loose. So this is fine. This is a very lived-in area. All right. So there's that. Fun times. Oh, what are we gonna do now? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's go ahead and see if we can add in some of these bigger pieces here. Let's go ahead and put lid back on that. Alright, so for these bigger pieces, I'm just gonna place them in here and like re-glue it down, like place them in. These are like very, very, they are going to be hopefully we can get this to stick. I just want a little of them. I don't want like a super lot, but I do want some to stick. Just to give that extra dimension. Another dimension! Another dimension!
The pocket dimension. Oh! God, I'm turning that lady's table into a page.
Yeah. Where you going? Huh? Okay, you go get my packages?
Like, do I got one or is it all yours?
I think there's only one. It's my package.
The masks?
Yes.
Because the past 3 times you've told me it's the masks.
This is definitely the
Because I've
masks.
been excited for those, and every time I've gotten it, it's not been the case.
Okay, it is definitely the masks this time.
I think you're starting to lie to me, so I'm more likely to go out.
No, it's definitely the masks.
Okay.
Yeah. Packages. You guys can't see what I'm doing. Oh my god. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, let me send a text message to Josh. Forward. There we go.
Hey Google, what's the temperature outside? Balmy.
Balmy.
Warm even.
Outright balmy. You
Yeah.
just doxed me, bitch.
Oh, did I?
Hey, it said where we're living.
I forgot.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm very sure if anybody watches regularly, I pretty much already said where.
Oh no, we're armed and redneck.
We're redneck.
We're armed.
Oh, and armed. That's
Yeah.
what he's saying. Redneck and armed. I'm not listening. You like how honest I am with my husband? It's like, nah, I'm not listening. Most of the time, he asked me if I would stop trying to figure out what he's saying. So now I'm just going to tell him I'm not listening. 8 wonderful years together. Alright, so we're adding rocky bits to this. This is going really fairly well. I'm so happy with the back. The back is gorgeous. Let me take a look at it again just because I want to see it. I want to see the back again. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's enough staring at the back. Go back to what you were doing. We're Mod Podging on rocks. Mod Podging on rocks. Rocks on rocks on rocks. Okay, so okay, I'll remember. So we need to so the next steps, I need to build the tent. I need to build this little cat statue. I need to put the tree up, the bushes, and then the campfire. That's pretty much it. We got a lot done today. Super happy with how the back turned out. We just need to finish up these. Okay. Okay, so this bigger bit we're gonna wedge in here. At least try to wedge in there. Alright, let's add a little bit of grass. And then a little bit of pebble. That's one thing that I forgot to do over here. The little tiny pebbles. Oh, what would I give for some spray adhesive? All right. I don't know what this song is. I think we're going to be changing the song here real quick as soon as I get done with. Okay, Mr. Woolwant. All right. Now we just need to do up here, and then we are good. No, this music's not good. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's just go back to this. All right. Okay, I think we're gonna go be calling it pretty soon. This has been a really good stream, you guys. I'm gonna start doing my wind down patter. But if you want to see how this goes, I invite you to follow me here on Twitch, twitch.tv/rutabaga. I stream every Saturday. Craft streams like this every Saturday, and on weekdays I do video game streams. We're currently kind of in the process of doing like a little bit different. I'm thinking about switching it up game wise, but typically I'm here Tuesday, Wednesday, Fridays. I do a lot of different things, but mostly just chill games like Stardew Valley, maybe a little bit of Final Fantasy, all that sort of stuff. If you're not into Twitch, or if you don't want to sign up for Twitch, or you just don't want to see the end results of things, you can also follow me on Instagram. It's rutabaga _. You can see below my stream if you're on Twitch. The link to my Instagram, you can actually see what I've latest posted. So I definitely do continuing posts on all my builds, so you can see everything from the past, and you can also see snapshots of the in-between processes, so in between every stream, as well as the official final photos. So I've got 3 done so far. This is my 4th. We should be finishing this up next week, so if you want to stop in, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays, we will do this. I do have a special build coming up after this. We're going to make the Stardew Valley bus on top of a radio remote control car, so it'll actually be mobile, and that is thanks to stream donations, particularly Winged Princess and Eli. Sarah and Eli, thank you so much. We'll be starting that after we get done with this, but that's going to be over the holiday season. I don't know what my streaming schedule is going to be, but as for now, we're gonna call it today. We've got this lovely terrained area, and we've got this gorgeous painting on the back. But I am going to let this dry fully before we shake off all that pretty terrain textures to see what's stuck. But as for now, thank you for tuning in, checking it out, and chilling with me. As always, you guys have a wonderful, safe afternoon. See ya!